בוקר טוב לכולם, אני אנסה לדבר בקול. ובאמת, המון תודה שבאתם, זה לא ברור מאליו. And now we'll have to switch to English, unfortunate. It's much easier in Hebrew because we have so many guests, professionals, speakers, students coming from Europe. And here is another one. And therefore we have to talk in English. Thank you. So good morning to you all, and thank you for coming. As I said, it's not obvious Friday morning, and I really appreciate that. And welcome to the first Human Brain Project Education Workshop. The Human Brain Project is part of a very big initiative nowadays of broad brain research in Europe, in the United States, in Japan, in Australia. We'll wait till the last people will go in. Okay. And as I said, it's a big hype, and it has two major reasons. Science and technology reached the matured stage of providing the knowledge, the technology, the tools to do this broad band field research. And the other reason is that, the life expansion, our aging, our interest, all that create a real need to understand better our brain, and further to that, to prevent, to tool, because at the end we want all to a good, well-being life. You know, we don't want just to extend our life. And that's especially, we want a real reasonable quality of life in our elderly. And that's another reason of this hype of brain research. So in order to do so, we need to combine all forces, all the broad band of area of research, in order to understand this complicated system. We know already that our body is a very complicated system, but our brain is really the conductor of this very special concert with a very sophisticated, tuned, refined orchestra. So that's our big mission, to try and to understand even a bit of this big, wonderful system. Sigmund Freud said that, regarding the central nervous system, that the brain is our humanness. And he actually said it in his book in 1899, the book that was called Interpretation of Dreams. I can tell you some of this dream, and my personal dream, is coming true these days, because we converge all know-how from music to physiology, computer science, and the life sciences, and ethics, and philosophy. All that is combined together to understand this wonderful orchestra that I said earlier. So, and I nagged many people for many years, more than 24 years, to do that. So, if you live long enough, it happens. So this is our role, actually, here in this Human Brain Project. Actually, we have 5 groups participating in this Human Brain Project in the European flagship brain research, Human Brain Project. And it's one group from the Hebrew University in Jerusalem, led by Idan Segev, another group from the Weizmann Institute with professionals like Yadin Dudai, Shimon Ullman, Professor Malach, and others. We have here the representative of the Science Museum of Jerusalem, belonging to the Hebrew University that will present later. We have Haifa University, and Ichilov, a newcomer to the Human Brain Project, Thelma Handler from Ichilov, that just joined this phase, and our role at Tel Aviv University. We are responsible for the medical informatics, together with Professor Yoav Binyamini, which is the winner of the Israeli Prize last year, and a very distinguished scientist. And we are responsible on converging and sharing and bringing together the various hospital data that it's spread all over the world, and see whether we can understand or develop the right tools to analyze even a little of our brain mechanism, disease, and so on, actually for our well-being. And that's our role in Tel Aviv University role in the human brain. And this is the big theme, the well-being of all. So speaking about that, I think the focus of this very special workshop, the education, is, I think, the most special and the most important thing, because it is our privilege and our duty to nurture the future Renaissance students. Those students that can, they are better than we were, and they are better than we are, and they can lead this place further. And I saw in the last 2 days of the workshop these young students, I can tell you they are much better than we were and maybe are, as I said. And they will have to take the lead. And they are the ones that can combine music and brain research like we talked yesterday, or all this big picture to provide the big picture as the converging technology theme started in the United States, saying to relate to the human being and its surrounding as one functioning system, including physical, like environment, physical and mental environment, including all what we have in our body, to see this whole picture. And this is the theme of the future, and it's our duty to prepare those Renaissance students. So now we want to move to the writing, to understand more about the human brain, and then we will look on the public outreach, and that's another duty that we are doing in this human brain project, outreach to the big audience wherever it is. And this is through many, many tools, and I think to understand what's going on in the brain research is not, and to cooperate with us is not less important than the education and the research itself. And that is the focus of this day. And before that, I just want to thank all those people who made it happen. First of all, to Professor Alois Saria, the work package leader of the Education at the Human Brain Project. I didn't see you, just stand up. Thank you. He gave us the privilege to be here today, so thank you. And thanks to the Sagol School of Neuroscience, who is our host here, you know, in these 3 days. Professor Uri Asheri, who was the one who did it. And, you know, there were many people helping here in Tel Aviv and in Innsbruck. Elizabeth and Christiana, where are they? Somewhere here. And Ruti and Julia, you know, everybody did a perfect job. And I want to thank everybody. And as I said, for you coming over on this Friday. So I want to hand out the stage to the first lecture, and is to David Horrigan, which is the communication director of the Human Brain Project. He has his PhD in education management, fits exactly our workshop. And please, thank you.